Good wishes, dear students. The concept you will be learning in today's class also based on Zaitsev rule, that is evaluate yourself question taken from page number 117. As you learnt in the previous class, the steps may be a longer one, but if you understand the concept, you can just enjoy working out the question. The given question is, what is the major product obtained when 2,3 dimethyl pentane 3-ol is heated in the presence of a H2SO4? So first let's write a molecular formula for it. Pentane, when the word talks about 5 carbons you should have. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 carbon. 3-ol, when we say third carbon has got an alcohol group. 2,3 dimethyl, when you say second carbon has got a methyl substitution and a third carbon has got the methyl substitution. Now let's fill in for the other detail. CH3, CH2, CH3. Now 3 you've got 1 here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 balanced 1. You should get a 1 hydrogens here. So if you look for number of bonds around a carbon, everywhere it's a balanced. So this is the name of amino product for a 2,3 dimethyl pentane 3-ol. So the formula we have written. So what's the first step? When we heat it with the H2SO4, you know that it gets dissociated into H plus and SO4, HSO4 minus. You know that oxygen has got a lone pair of electron and is negatively charged. It will share the electron with a positively charged H plus ion. So as a result, what happens? Water molecule is being formed, as you learnt it in the previous classes only. So I'm writing the structure as it is here, except in terms of OH here. CH2, C, CH3, CH, CH3, CH3 we get here. Only one OH bond. After the addition of H plus, you need to show the OH bond and one more OH bond. As a result of sharing of electron, oxygen attains a positive charge. What is the next step? After the formation of a 2 OH bond, water molecule is lost there. So when you show that step, you need to show water molecule is being lost. So rewrite the same step except the presence of water molecule. So you get CH3, CH2, C, CH3, CH, CH3, CH3. Remember, this carbon loses the electron. As a result, it attains a positive charge here. What concept did I tell you in the first class? You need to, after the losing of water molecule, you will see the formation of a carbocation. And in this step, you need to see whether it's a primary carbocation or a secondary carbocation or a tertiary. If it's a tertiary, it's a stable one. You don't need to do any shifting there. But on the other hand, if it is a primary or a secondary, methyl shifting should be done so that it goes to the highest stable state here. So what type of carbocation? Carbon is attached with the 3 amino groups here. So hence it is a tertiary carbocation. When it is a tertiary carbocation, it's more stable. You no need to do any shifting here as you did in the previous cases. And that's what I told you there, and I'm repeating again. After the removal of water molecule, you will see the formation of a carbocation. Identify clearly whether it's a primary carbocation. If you remember in the previous class, very clearly explained to you whether it's a primary carbocation or a secondary or a tertiary. If it is a primary or a secondary, methyl shifting should be done to make it into a tertiary carbocation. Now in this group, you automatically got a tertiary carbocation which is more stable. So no need of any shifting. Now you need to move in for the formation of a different types of alkene. So if this is a tertiary carbocation, children remember, if for the secondary carbocation, this carbon also can donate the electron to form the alkene bond. On the other side also, donation of electrons bond can be shared to show the formation of different types of alkene. When you say tertiary carbocation, 3 sites it's attached to. So this carbon can share the hydrogen to show the presence of a double bond. One type of alkene you will get. This methyl group that is present can share the, lose the hydrogen to show the presence of a double bond. So this is one category. I'm making my points clear. If it is a tertiary carbocation, 3 different alkene you need to show, because this group also can help us to form an alkene. This group also can help us to form an alkene double bond. This group also can help us to form a double bond. So finally you will have a 3 different alkene. You need to check which is a highly stable based on the number of substitution. First, let me move in. If suppose this hydrogen is losing, this hydrogen is going out, as a result bond is being formed there. So what will be my product? CH3, CH2, CH3 I will get. Remember, up to this form I am writing it as it is here. Single bond as a result of losing of hydrogen, double bond it will become. So I will get a C, CH3 and a CH3 here. Am I making it clear? So losing of hydrogen, double bond is formed. If you want to cross check, 1, 2, 3, 4 number of bonds are balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4 number of bonds are balanced. Let's write the name of it. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So what will be the name of this compound? After the second carbon you've got a double bond character. Second carbon has got one substitution. Third carbon has got one substitution. So you will write 2, 3 dimethyl, because 5 carbons are there, pent and 2 in, because after the second carbon you've got a double bond. This is one product. Let's name it as a Roman number 1. One product of an alkene is formed. The next case, I'm purposely using different color pen so that you understand. Instead of this carbon losing the hydrogen, imagine CH3, you can write it as I told you earlier, CH2 and H you can write. If suppose this hydrogen is lost, this bond will be falling in here. So in this case, what will be the product? I'm writing it in this manner here. So you will get up to this step will be same. So you will get a CH3, CH2. Remember, this carbon bond is losing here. So you get a carbon. If this one is coming back, you will get a CH2 here. And it will remain as it is, CH with the methyl substitution and CH3. The first case, this high carbon, if it is loses the hydrogen, bond will be falling in. You've got the step. Instead of this one, if suppose this carbon is losing one hydrogen, then bond will be falling in here. So you get a CH2 double bond. The remaining chain remains as it is here. Now once again, let's name the chain. So 1, whether you go in this direction or you come in this direction, same way only. 1, 2, 3 and 4. If you look at the longer chain, how many carbons we've got in the longer chain? 4 carbons, something to do with the butane. Second carbon has got a ethyl substitution. CH3, CH2 put together, ethyl substitution. Third carbon has got a methyl substitution. So the name of it will be, that is 2-methyl, because the ethyl alphabet E is first one. 2-ethyl, 3-methyl. All this nomenclature you have learnt. Second carbon, E comes first before M. So 2-ethyl, 3-methyl, butane, because 4 chain we've got here. Butane. And after the first carbon we've got a double bond, butane 1-ene. So this is the name of the second product we have got. Tertiary carbocation, all the 3 sides, they will come forward to form the formation of alkene. If this side is forming an alkene, the name of the product. If suppose the higher one is sharing the bond, so to form an alkene, this will be the name. On the other hand, the last one, if suppose this carbon is losing an electron, CH2 you've got, you can write it as a CH and H. If suppose this hydrogen is going out, the bond will be moving in here to form a double bond. So the third type of product you will get here is, I'm just rewriting the step, CH3, as it is here. CH2 we had one hydrogen is lost, as a result the bond is being formed here. So CH double bond you will have. Now nothing to do with the CH, okay, it's as it is here. You will get a CH3, you will get a CH here, CH3 and CH3. Wherever shifting is taking place, only you show the changes there. The remaining all you consider without any changes as it was in the beginning here. So this is the CH2 you had. One hydrogen is lost, as a result the bond is being fallen here. So you get a CH3, CH, the bond falls here, double bond, C, CH3, CH, CH3, CH3 here. Let's name it. So as usual, lower number should be given for the thing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let's name in for the product here. So how many carbons are there? 5 carbons are there. So something to do with the pentane. After the second carbon, you've got a double bond. If you want, you can cross check. 1, 2, 3, 4 balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4 number of bonds are balanced here. So that will be third and fourth carbon has got a substitution. So 3, 4 dimethyl. After the second carbon, you've got a double bond. Pentane 2-ene. So this is the third product. So you have seen all the three products of alkene 1, 2 and 3 you have shown. Now you need to cross check out of these three which one is a major product here. So I'm writing the step. That is this one. When I write here, I've got a carbon double bond carbon, okay children. So carbon double bond carbon. This carbon has got a 2 CH3 group here. So CH3 and a CH3. This carbon on one side it has got a CH3 group. The other side you can put together. You can expand and write, or carbon 1 and carbon 2 you can write it as a C2. H3 and 2 you can write it as an ethyl group. Whether you split and write or put together. So how many substitutions are here? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 alkyl group. So product 1 has got a 4 alkyl group. That's what you have to remember. Let's move in for the second product. Second product, you've got a double bond here. So carbon double bond carbon. On one side carbon, it's attached with a 2 hydrogen. So hydrogen here and hydrogens here is over. On the other side, on one side it has got an ethyl group. I'm putting it together, C2H5. On the other side you've got a CH and 3 CH3 thrice here. Putting it together, you get a CH3 twice you've got here. Okay, just nothing to get confused. Carbon double bond carbon you write down. One carbon is attached to 2 hydrogen is over. Another carbon, one side it has got an ethyl group. I'm writing it as a C2H5. On the other side you've got a CH and it is attached further with a 2 CH3 group. I'm writing CH3, CH, CH3 thrice. Now how many alkyl groups are there? Definitely hydrogens are not an alkyl group. The whole thing is one alkyl group and this is one alkyl group. So second product gives you 2 alkyl group. First product gives you 4 alkyl group. Second product gives you 2 alkyl group. Let's check in for the last one. That's the third one. So you've got a carbon, carbon double bond carbon. So carbon double bond carbon I have written. One side is attached with the hydrogen, ethyl group. Carbon double bond carbon, one side with the hydrogen, one side with the CH3. So I'm writing hydrogen on one side, CH3 on the other side. So this carbon attached with the hydrogen on one side, CH3 on one side. This is how you will understand. Now the other side, this carbon has got a CH3 group done here. And another side it has got a CH3, twice the same concept is being repeated. CH and CH3 twice here. So if you look at it, how many alkyl groups are there? Hydrogen is not an alkyl group. 1, 2 and 3. 3 alkyl groups are there. I know the reactions are longer, but it matters on with what interest you are working out of the concept. So directly identifying may be difficult for most of you. But if you go this manner of identifying it, you can easily identify how many alkyl groups are there. So product 1 has got a 4 alkyl group. Product 2 has got a 2 alkyl group. Product 3 has got a 3 alkyl group. So what was the concept you have learnt there? Highly substituted alkene is more stable. Out of the three, which one is highly substituted first? Hence, product 1 is more stable. Thank you.